Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Thursday, August 10th, 2017. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. As a longtime bodybuilding fan, one of the more exciting things about the classic physique division during its first 2 seasons has been watching the new life it's given to some of the old school veterans of the sport. And to be honest, I'm not sure if there's been another veteran out there enjoying their comeback this year quite like Lee Banks. After stepping away from the stage for nearly 4 full seasons, all the natural wonders managed to do on his comeback tour is reel off 4 straight top 4 finishes on the way to punching the ticket to his first career Olympia. At his best this year, Banks has looked about as aesthetically complete as anyone we've seen all season. But I'm still curious as to whether or not he'll have enough firepower to stand in there and trade shots with some of the best in the business come Olympia time. Here's a little lesson from Dave Palumbo's Bodybuilding Economics 101. Stop waiting for someone to do something for you and start becoming your own CEO. And thankfully, our old friend Nathan Deasha was paying attention in class. This week, the second-year superstar announced that he was officially launching the first installment of his Road to the Olympia series on YouTube, where fans will have a chance to catch some more of the behind-the-scenes action leading all the way up to the big day. My sources out at Oxygen Gym tell me that Deasha's already on pace to blow away the look he brought into last year's contest. And the thought of a bigger, sharper, and fuller Nathan Deasha hitting the stage in Vegas should be more than enough to give some of the guys in the last year's top 10 a reason to start looking over their shoulders. As a proud member of the 90s era bodybuilding, I still have a special place in my heart for guys who keep that old school blood and guts intensity alive every day they step foot in the gym. And these days, it's hard to find anyone out there who's training with more intensity than John Meadows. Earlier this week, Meadows was spotted cranking out another one of his legendary chest workouts and looking pretty damn thick in the process. In his 2 appearances so far this season, we've seen that same bigger and fuller version of the Mountain Dog look like he's starting to figure out how to navigate his way through the men's open pro division, which seems to be more than a natural fit than trying to suck all the way down to the 212. As long as he picks his spots correctly and figures out how to strike a balance between fullness and conditioning, I can definitely see John Meadows fighting his way to another top 10 finish before the year's out. Speaking of 90s era bodybuilding, is there anyone out there from the 90s who looks better than Flex Wheeler right now? Well, apparently all it took was a special invite to the Olympia to restoke the old flame, because lately we've really started to see the best to ever do it get that old 90s fiery look back in his eyes again. Over the last few weeks, Flex has been in the gym training like an absolute demon as he gears up for what might arguably be the biggest test of his career when he steps on stage at 52 years old to square off in the classic Physique Olympia. In his prime, Flex Wheeler was beyond a shadow of a doubt one of the most incredible bodybuilders to ever walk the planet. But being able to crack the top 10 in Vegas after almost a decade and a half away from the game would rank right up there with some of the all-time great feats of his career. Believe it or not, we're already only 4 weeks away from rocking the house at the 2017 North American Championships. And if you've been looking for a heavyweight dark horse to pull up and hitch your wagon to, look no further than rising NPC standout Tyler Cohn. This week, the 20-something New Jersey native was spotted going bombs away during a recent chest workout as he attempts to kick things up into 5th gear heading down the home stretch of his prep. Last year, a pretty wet behind-the-ears version of Cohn came in and delivered a very impressive top 8 performance at only his 2nd national event. But now that this kid's had a chance to get in another solid year of training, growing, and learning under his belt, I think he's got a legitimate shot to come out of the weekend as one of the real bright spots of the entire show.